Oh my God.
Hello, hello.
Hi, this is so exciting. Look at
Yeah,
us live.
trying for the first time. I hope everything goes right. Actually, I'm still.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay. I'm supposed to be back now, right?
Yes, you're back.
Okay. Let me try this. Let's try this. Hi, hi, hi. All right. Hey. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad that everyone's here.
That's so
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. Let me see who's joining. I think I know some of these people. My brother is here. Hazen.
How cute.
Yeah, we're gonna have some audience here today. I'm really glad. I'm really glad. I was a bit afraid because it's the first time that I'm trying this. You don't really know what to do. The testing feature here in the app is it doesn't really work. I have to do everything myself. Just now, for example, I was trying to add a link, but I don't know where to put the link anymore. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But everything's working. The only thing that I was afraid is that I saw notes today in front of my building saying that the electricity provider would cut down electricity at some point in the evening. No time. So like, great,
Uh-oh.
exactly what we need.
Living in
But well,
Germany.
yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be fine. I'm really glad that you joined. We really think I don't know. We have 9 people already. Shall we start with some introductions? I think first of all, thank you so much for joining. It's something new for me. I know it's something new for you. I hope that we both like doing it and the people watching like it as well. But I think, first of all, I think apart from thank you, I think it would be nice to start with how like we met actually. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember exactly how it all started. I just know that it started on LinkedIn, right? You're
Mhm.
very successful. Maria will talk about more about herself in a second, but she's very successful on LinkedIn. And I think I saw a post from you at some point. I don't know. That's what I don't remember. I don't know how it started, but I saw a post. It was really cool, and then I saw that you were doing some entrepreneur get-together sessions where we could all come together and discuss our project and work together from a table. I was like, that's. It was a few months ago. I was just getting started. I said, that's exactly what I need. I went, we met a few more times until a few weeks ago we met at the Life Summit here in Berlin, which is this longevity conference. And I was like, cool, she's really into this as well. Let's do some more stuff with it. And I think that's why we're here again. But yeah, Maria, who are you to our spectators?
Yeah, what a fun backstory. I'm so happy to be here and so happy I met you through my little community. So basically, my community is of solopreneurs. So I have a community of solopreneurs. The whole thing is called Launch Anyway. I'm still seeing where to take it next. For example, I'm organizing a picnic this Sunday, just like, just doing things I enjoy. And other than that, I am a content creator full time now for 11, 12 months. Time flies. And also consultant. And my main platform is LinkedIn, like Andrea said. I have about 40,000 followers there. So I guess I am growing and, and I'm excited about that. And yeah, I guess here I'm also documenting my life a little bit on Instagram, but it's more of a secondary fun thing that I'm doing. And I consult founders mostly on how to grow on LinkedIn, how to get clients on LinkedIn. Yeah, that's what I do.
That's pretty cool. What I was trying to do, and if I cannot do it throughout our chat, we can try it at the end to add some links so people can get to know your profile directly. Otherwise, you can just share names and stuff because her content is really good, actually. Um, but today we are here to talk about longevity. I have some notes here just so I don't lose track of time,
Yeah.
of anyone's time. But I think what brings us here today basically is longevity, right? Is something that I've really gotten into in the last few years that I noticed that you really like as well, which I honestly discovered more recently at Life Summit. Um, but I think it would be nice for the people who perhaps watch this later or who don't know me, just to to give kind of a background story of how I got into this, and I would love to hear about you later, how you got into this, because this I also don't know.
Sure.
But basically, for those who haven't heard it, I was working with marketing, especially cryptocurrency, before still in communications or marketing, let's say, but for a whole different industry, right? And I had always been active, did sports occasionally, but went to the gym very regularly for a very long time. Although today I know that the way I used to go to the gym is was nothing compared to today. Um, but that's how it started. So I was always active, but my thing was always with food. My diet was not very good. I think some people here might know me, and if these people can vouch for what I'm saying, just comment there. Because I had no real self control. I would eat a lot, and a lot of shit. Sorry. So if I had a pack of cookies or anything, I would eat the whole pack. If I had I just didn't have self control, right? And I mean, that's fine. I was young, nothing really happened. I was also a vegetarian for a very long time. And a few years ago, I don't even remember how long now, but a few years ago, I decided to take a blood test just to see if my vitamins were fine. Because people always say, like, if you're a vegetarian, you should pay attention to these vitamins and these minerals. You have to make sure that you're getting all you need. And in that blood test, it showed that everything was fine, but I had prediabetes. So that was very shocking news for me, although completely justifiable by the way I ate. But it made me shift completely. I kind of have this tendency to go overboard, especially in situations like this. So I shifted like 180 degrees to being very extreme on the other hand, lost a bunch of weight. But at least I think the good news on this is that I started studying it, understanding what I could do to change it, and basically that's what got me into longevity. And because when you say longevity, you're like, oh, this niche. No, it's just about learning more about your health, really, right? It's just that longevity encompasses different areas of health, and that's how it got started. And today, that's what I do professionally. So I managed finally to combine what I like with the thing that I'm doing professionally, and that's really satisfying for me. But that's how it started for me. And now I'm a coach. I'm creating content. I'm doing all of that and making Instagram lives for the first time. But how is it for you? How did you get into this topic?
Look at us. Well, first of all, I'm sorry you heard got the shocking news, but I guess I'm happy for you that you've switched your life around and made
Reversed it.
something
Yes, all good now.
made something amazing out of it. I was kind of the opposite of you. I guess you said you were always into sports. I was never the sporty kid or the sporty person until like 2 years ago. I haven't really done sports regularly. And like, I don't know, it's oversharing a little, but I had an eating disorder in high school as well. Like I was more into like under eating and thinking about like how I look. Of course, teenagers are very self-conscious. I used to be self-conscious about the way I look. I lost a lot of weight in high school, but then gained it all back as well because I didn't have any like habits or systems in place until now. And so now made it like health is more of a lifestyle for me now, and also working out and moving. That makes me super happy because for the first time in like many years, I actually enjoy moving and eating healthy and this part of life. And how I got into it was actually 2 years ago. A friend of mine invited me to a Pilates class, and I was like, I think 15 kilograms more than I am now, and I was like not into working out at all, like I said. And I just said, okay, why not try it out? I really like this friend, and he's into Pilates. It must be fun, I'll just try it. And that kind of like kick-started my whole like journey with fitness and working out. I had barely any muscle, I was very weak and overweight, and everything felt really hard. But I tried this class. I started going to Pilates and Legree and like trying some new things. Eventually, some weights classes, some boot camp classes, kind of like snowballed from there. Started going like from zero to like 5 times a week. It kind of like became really like it was a fast like transition. I started trying lots of different workouts, lost the weight, still like felt stronger, felt more confident, which motivated me more and more to keep going. And in terms of longevity, I just realized that moving and the fact that I get to move my body and I can walk, I can run, I can do all these things, it's actually a gift, and we all take it for granted, I think, most of the
Yeah, yeah,
time,
yeah,
right?
definitely.
Yeah, so that's in terms of moving my body. And for food, I have been vegan for 10 years, over 10 years. So yeah, also started learning about how to, eat more protein, how to count like my macros and calories and all of that with time after I started working out consistently. And now I feel like I have my routine down and everything is flowing and I don't have to think about it that much because it's like all habits now.
Yeah, yeah. There's a few things, very cool things that I would love to point out about the stuff that you said. But before I do that, I hope that that's not an issue for me to bring that up. But it's really cool to see this progression because now I know that I saw on your Instagram they are also training for a 10K.
Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, 10K is a lot. Well, so
I have I have friends who are like doing half marathons, planning their marathon, and I was like again never a cardio person, never a runner. I found my love recently for calisthenics and like for strength workouts, but cardio is always like, oh my gosh, maybe it's just not for me. But
yeah,
now again, this fact that movement is joy. Movement is something we're blessed to be able to
yeah,
do,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I was like, okay, I will challenge myself. My friend signed up for 10K. I was like, I have 7 more weeks to go. So I started running. And it's painful, it's hard, but it's also fun to challenge yourself and do
Yeah.
something new.
Running is also my weak spot. It's crazy because I my girlfriend runs and she runs professionally. Right now, actually, she is in a training running with her specialized training group. So it's her thing. And she runs marathons. She does all of that.
Wow.
And I must say that watching people run, especially like longer races, marathons, half marathons, it is exciting. Like if you're at the finish line, it's even emotional, you know? I love that. And for those 30 minutes, I'm like, I'm gonna run a marathon, and then as soon as I'm gonna, I'm like, nah, that's not my thing. But it is really well. I think it's admirable. I think well done. I'm happy to follow your journey and see how that's gonna go. But I just wanted to mention a couple of things about what you said. I think it's great. Everyone, I think whenever I talk to people that generally they're not really into moving or exercise and stuff, they feel like exercise equals to discomfort, pain, or something, an obligation. And I think it's just a matter of you finding your thing, you know, like you did yours, and now it's something enjoyable that you take enjoyment out of, just like
Mhm.
I do. And it's also there's also a part of being just responsible, to be honest, because exercise is fundamental for healthy aging, right? It's something that at some point we just have to be responsible and say, I have to do it. I nothing in life you're gonna love 100%. Your job, everything in a relationship, you're gonna there's this stuff that you like and the stuff that you won't like so much, but you just have to go through with it. And with exercises as well, you will find something that you enjoy doing, but it's not necessarily going to be 100% of the time enjoyable. When I go to the gym, I love the whole part of it, but during those 30 seconds that I'm squatting, I hate it. You know what I mean? But I
It's
know
hard.
that it's really important for me. So you kind of have to juggle that, but and then find something that you like you did. It doesn't have to be, oh my God, I'm going to work out today. Oh my God, or I'm going for a quick run today. Go with
Yeah.
friends. You can find so many ways to do it, right? And that just makes you be more committed and accountable for what you're doing, right?
Yes, for
and
sure.
and, and how do you keep yourself accountable, for example, for running a 10K, although cardio was never your thing? How do you do that?
I mean, for running a 10K, I always like to say when I go on a run, like I'm doing this so that future Maria doesn't hate me. Because if I go on a 10K run without any training, future Maria will like hate my guts because she'll be like, "What the fuck did you sign me up for?"
Yeah.
Also, of course, because I'm gonna be like my friends are also joining. I think it's 2 or 3 of my friends who are joining this race. I don't want to be like the last one out of breath, completely like dying. So that's motivating me. But also, like you said, like you really need to find something you enjoy. And when you start moving, all of the other workout types, like it gets easier, right? When I started with Pilates, and it's like more slow, it's like more controlled, it's less, I guess sometimes it's less sweaty. I don't know. Like it's a good start. You build the foundational core muscles before you move on to other things. So everything else became easier to start and to try. I was more open-minded to it after getting the foundational kind of like fitness down.
Yeah.
And I tried so many things. After Pilates, it was like again the snowball effect. I started Pilates. I was like, I'm gonna try Legree, which is like a harder version of Pilates. Basically, it's more sweaty and harder. Highly recommend to try. I tried fit boxing, which is like music and boxing, punching bag. I did that for a while. Then kickboxing, running, and then like tried runs. I was like, okay, hate it. Now I came back to it. Then pole dancing I tried. I tried modern dance. I tried Beat81 workouts, strength classes, gym. Like, so I also like finding teachers you like. Like if you go to classes, you're gonna find some teachers that you really like. And I think that's very important, like someone to motivate you, to expect you to come every week, also
Yeah.
to see your
Yeah.
progress. So that's one thing, like trying lots of different things with Urban Sports, with ClassPass, all of these like apps now. You can try lots and lots of things and then see what do you like more. Another thing I did, which I think is such a life hack, honestly, I was trying to work out more with friends, and I was like asking friends individually, oh, do you have time this day? Do you have this time this day? Or they were asking me, and then it never worked with my schedule. And so what I did is a bit unhinged, but I created a WhatsApp group, and I added like my 5 close friends that I always try to coordinate workouts with. And I started just booking workouts and adding them as events in the group. And then people could just like see, okay, do I have time next week to work out with Maria? And then just like say, yes, I can on that day. Yes, I can join this workout. And then slowly this like group of 5 people grew to 60 people. We're 60 people.
Wow.
Yes. In a Berlin, like it's called Muscles, by the way, like Muscles. And we're 60 people in this group. And whenever someone asks me, okay, do you want to work out next week? I'm like, I have all of my workouts in this app, when I'm going to do calisthenics, when I'm going to do a high rocks class. And you can just check, and there's a booking link. You can just book it for yourself.
I love that. I didn't know that, but you have your own basic longevity community. You're motivating yourself through that and motivating others to do that. That's amazing.
It's so fun. And also there is a rule in this group that after every workout, even if I go on a run myself alone, I just take a picture after it, and I'm like, I did my 5K run. So it's kind of accountability as well built in. Like people go on workout, and if we go together, it's like more people together, and then people get really motivated, and they tell me the group motivates them to like, keep going and to work out.
And it's fun because I do the same. I have an online community where I do the same. There's like the title of this thread that I created is like finish your workouts and prove or it didn't happen. Just because eventually it's fun because this accountability can come in different ways. It can be like, oh, I like having my friends working out with me, or like you said, they worked out. I have to work out. I'm not gonna let them work out. I did it, or you don't want to be the slowest in your group. But eventually, whatever works, right? You're doing something that you like in pushing yourself through different means, and it's just a matter of finding what works for you, both as motivation and as, like you said, exercises. You tried a bunch of stuff. You stick to the ones you like, or you can keep doing. I think apps like that, Urban Sports, ClassPass, they're amazing because of that, right? It's just it opens up a new world of sports and everything that you want to do. You can try. The only thing that it doesn't work for me, unfortunately, is that you cannot go back to the same place many times, right? Yeah. For example, it doesn't work if you want to be frequently going to the same gym, which is my main sport, let's say. So I don't really have it, but I know that for my girlfriend, for you who likes trying new things, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, I've had my gym phases. I still go like once a week or twice a week to the gym. But I just really enjoy the classes because I feel like the trainers push me so much to get that less rep alone. I'm more like, kind of
I saw that live. I'm gonna tell that story. Can I?
Yes.
In Life Summit, there was a stand from a gym. It's called MTM, I think. and they had a challenge. Do you remember that? It was like a
Yes.
what was it? It was a chest exercise, right?
Yeah, it's a bench press.
Yeah, exactly. It was a bench press challenge, and you had to put in as many reps as you could. I don't know. Would you win something? No, I don't think.
Yeah, they added you to a pool like to win a personal training session, like to a pool of people. Yeah.
Did you win? No.
No, I haven't won it yet, so
Okay. And then they had personal trainers there, and then I saw you going, and I don't know how many sets you did, and I saw you were about to quit, and then the personal trainer like, hey, come on, you can do more. I think you did 5 or 6 more, no? It was something like that. I remember because I even commented on that. Yeah, that's it. I think sometimes what you need is because building habits, and you want to build a new habit, and we can. It's not really, I guess, the idea for today, but there are hacks that you can do to build habits because it's not necessarily easy, right? And people differ. Some people create new habits in a few days. Some people take longer. I know that the average is around, they say it's 66 days consistently doing something. Some people can do it in 10. Some people are going to take 200. But creating a habit is a challenge, and you have to find the right trigger. You have to find the right motivation. It has to be something that you identify yourself with. It has to be something that you choose, and it has to be something that reinforces your individuality. It cannot be something that you're just doing because someone told you. But when you start doing that, there are days that are going to be difficult because it's something that you're not used to doing. Your brain is wired to save energy and to seek as much of quick gratification as possible. And when you're creating a new habit, especially something that will demand effort, like an exercise or something like that, it is a challenge, right? But when you have someone pushing you, someone next to you, sometimes what you need is someone next to you to help you be accountable. I know that in the beginning it's not easy, but then it becomes until it becomes automatic.
Yeah.
There's no really escaping, I guess.
Yeah, it is difficult a bit in the beginning, but again, yeah, if you surround yourself with people who also inspire you, motivate you, are there for you, maybe can go with you a few times so you get used to it. Yeah, that it really helps so much. But also for me, like this mindset shift from working out to because I have to and to be healthy, but more also making it about making it enjoyable, but also making it about skills and how I feel and how strong I am rather than how I look. Like that for me made like the biggest difference. Because again, in high school, when I was in high school, I was working out, but I was working out to look a certain way. Nowadays, I work out to like get one more pull up or to learn the muscle up. Like the goals are different, and also the way I eat now aligns with how I want to feel and how I want to perform in workout. Which also has made a huge difference on like my mental health, my physical health, everything. So focusing on skills and how strong you are, and if you're getting stronger, and if you're unlocking more skills, whatever sport you do. Maybe you're getting better at boxing. Your punches are stronger. I don't know, something like that.
Progress is when you see progress, it is
yes, it's like a drug.
Yeah, exactly. And mind, let's jump a little bit into the whole nutrition topic. Like you said, nutrition has become more of a was more of a topic for you. It's what kind of got me into this. How's your? I understand that perhaps the sports and the progress in exercise is something that you focus more today, but how does nutrition get into that? Because again, when we say longevity, and again, I use longevity, but I don't want to just because I want to say I can say health, and health is multi-factored, right? It is exercise and nutrition and how you sleep and how you deal with stress. It's everything. So your nutrition is going to impact everything else, even if it's not your main priority right now. But how do you go around nutrition today?
Good question. Well, as a vegan, I think many people also assume that like getting protein is harder. Planning what meals you're gonna eat is a bit more challenging. I've learned that if you're a bit conscious, I mean, I've been doing it for over 10 years, so for me, it's, I guess, definitely easier than to people who are new to meal planning and all of that. But if you're a bit conscious, it's definitely possible to get like more protein. I do definitely think about nutrition a lot day to day. Like it's not like secondary to sports. I think they're equals. Like I do track my meals nowadays. I track the protein intake, especially. I found that once I started prioritizing my protein intake, like getting enough protein, at least like 100 grams a day, it's changed like everything, like how I feel, my cravings as well for sweet stuff. I love my sweet stuff and my sweet treats, and I do eat them still regularly, but because life is too short. But I do have noticed that I get like less cravings or like this tendency to overeat or binge eat like the sweet stuff or unhealthy stuff if I eat more protein. And if anyone is curious about like eating more protein on a vegan diet, like what I prioritize, for example, a lot of vegetables, like higher protein vegetables like broccoli or edamame or cauliflower, peas are great sources of like lower calorie, higher protein foods. And I eat mostly whole foods, but some lightly processed foods like soy milk, like soy yogurt, tofu, of course, like soy products are great, a lot of protein. And also there's this thing called textured vegetable protein. I don't know if you've tried it. Have you tried it?
Um,
TVP?
I think so. I don't recall it under this name, but I feel like I would have.
Yeah, I will share with you. I'll show it next time. But I use it a lot. You can buy it like in bulk, and they're very popular in like Indian cuisine. But they're like insane amount of protein, like 100 grams of that is like 80 70 grams of protein or something, 60 to 70 grams of protein, so it's like insane and lower calorie as well, so it's very good for muscle
Yeah,
growth and like being
yeah,
more conscious about your also calories that you're consuming.
yeah,
So like I use that a lot, and of course like some protein powders as well. Try to eat one every day, like a shake every day. So I would say nutrition is important because if you're training, you want your food like carbohydrate intake and protein and everything to fuel your training so that you perform better and feel good. I don't know, I feel like before I worked out, I was less conscious and less disciplined with my food because I was like,
yeah,
well, if I feel a bit worse, that's fine. But now if I have a workout in the evening, if I have high rocks training in the evening, if I feel shitty, I will not be able to do that workout.
yeah, yeah,
So I feel like that on its own made me more disciplined about food. Because I know I have a training and I have to perform okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's nice because there's a few things there as well. I think, like you said, you're vegan, and perhaps some people might think that it's difficult for you to get your protein right. But the thing is, for me, it's all about knowledge, right? You don't have
Yeah.
trouble. Why? Because you've learned throughout these years how to do it. So knowledge is everything. And
Mhm.
I want to take this chance. There's a few people here in the live. If anyone has any questions that they want answered in terms of nutrition or everything that we're talking about, just feel free to comment there. I think we will have some time perhaps to address, but knowledge is something that makes all the difference. And this is why I'm even actually working on an educational product. And I'm bringing this up because nutrition is the first topic. And I just finished editing myself the module on protein. And it's crazy because protein, I think the gateway from people perhaps into a more healthy, complete nutrition is protein because of muscle and workout, but protein is way more than that, right? For people who perhaps don't know biology as much, proteins make up basically everything in our body, from hormones to enzymes, your muscles. They are present in cell membranes. They carry your cholesterol throughout your body. So proteins are everything. You need protein for everything. So protein is much more than just for muscle, but it's essential for muscle as well. And that's important for everyone in young age as you grow older. For women, especially because women, they tend to, or men preserve better bone density and everything because of hormones and everything. So protein is especially important for women. Sometimes women are afraid of eating too much protein because they might think that they will get bulky or whatever, but that's not the case. You should never shy away from protein. Um, and essentially, it's just about knowing your proteins as well, because proteins can be complete or incomplete. So especially if you're on a vegan diet, you have to make sure that the proteins that you're matching are providing all of the amino acids that you need. Soy protein is a complete one that is really good. but then perhaps beans are not. But if you combine that with rice, how can you make those combinations to get everything you need? And again, that's where knowledge comes in, right? If you don't know, which was my case when I first went 100%, 180 degrees from poor diet after my pre-diabetes diagnosis, right? I didn't know really what I was doing. And then sometimes you think that you are doing everything right, but you are not really. Some people might think that collagen is a protein. Yes, but a collagen shouldn't be considered for you to hit your protein goals because it lacks amino acids. So all of those little things, they will help you reach what you need, get your body what it needs so you can do everything, like I said, perform at a workout or be healthier in general, preserve muscle mass as you grow older. I mean, you gotta know your stuff. Otherwise, you're shooting blanks and just hoping, I guess, everything's gonna be right. And with nutrition, it plays a huge role not only in physical performance, but also cognitive performance, mood, and everything. So
Yeah.
get your nutrition right, guys. It's worth it. Yeah.
It's so important also thinking, of course, about the future and when we're gonna age. And then women, I think osteoporosis is one of the biggest causes of women fall and then they break their hip. That's one of the
Yeah.
most common, from what I've read, causes of injury. Yeah, so protein is super important, and
Yeah.
also it really makes you feel better. I feel like, and my hair has improved as well. Like I feel like my hair has been growing faster since I started prioritizing protein. So that's good to know. You know,
That is
I
a
also
symptom.
start-
That is a symptom.
Yeah.
Brittle hair is a symptom of low protein consumption, for example. Yeah.
Okay. See, interesting. I
Yeah.
also think
And I love just, and I love that you're feeling it. It's not just because you read it somewhere. It's nice for you to see that your changes in your nutrition,
yeah.
you're actually seeing them like with how you're living. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes time, you know, but we've been doing that, I think, now for I guess a year and a half or something consistently. But still, it's good to see the changes. I also started taking creatine, I think 7 months ago or 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I've been taking that consistently, and I feel stronger. So I feel like I've started noticing gains, and that progressions faster since I started taking creatine every day.
Yeah. And creatine, I mean, there's always creatine monohydrate is the most studied supplement, I guess, ever, right? And there's always someone with a bombastic piece of news that says like, don't take creatine. But I think creatine is one of the most studied and best supplements that one can have in every stage of their lives. I was on creatine for a while now because of muscle and let's say exercise performance, but now I increased a little bit the dosage that I take every day because of the brain benefits that it can have. Because basically creatine is a source of fast fuel, right? And that helps for the gym, but it also works for the brain because your brain consumes it has like 2% of it, I think, of your body weight in dry weight, but it consumes 20% of your energy. So the brain needs a lot of energy, and creatine would be a great supplement to help with that. And that's why I started, or I continue now. My focus is more on that even muscle. But again, that's knowing your stuff is just what empowers you to make those little choices that will help you.
Yeah.
And then that will help you, and then you fill in with your excuse. Perform better, age better, do better at the gym, live healthy. You can do whatever you want, but I think it's a game changer that everyone should pursue at some point. And preferably before something goes wrong, like was my case or something like that, right? Just work on yourself because it's an act of self-love rather than having to deal with something that happens later. That's how I see it, at least.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's just the way you treat yourself, your discipline with yourself is like the biggest way to show yourself that you prioritize yourself and you have higher self-worth, right? That you really value how you feel and how you perform, and you are the most important person in your life. You should be number one.
Do it for you, you know. I see, especially maybe because it's because I'm in this longevity bubble, but the thing I see the most is everything is high performance right now, you know. Take this to perform. you don't have to do that. Just do you,
Yeah.
what suits you, right? Longevity is for everyone. It's not for a Brian Johnson that spends 2 million a year
Yes.
with all of every kind of intervention possible. It is what works for you in the gradual steps that work for you. I think what's important is to commit, to keep consistent, to do what you like, because that's going to be a part of your life,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, make it enjoyable because otherwise you're not gonna stick to it like I haven't
Yeah.
for the past like years, and only now getting to that mindset of making it a lifestyle, not a diet or a project or something for short term, but something for like forever, right? So I
Yeah.
want to find something I love that I can stick to. I feel like I always heard this advice, but I never really internalized it. But now I really understand, movement. As long as you can move, move more, move with friends, move with people you love, learn something new together, try something new together. It's really fun, and
Yeah.
it can help turn it into a lifestyle, not something short term that you give up
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, for sure. And it's incredible. We've been here for almost 40 minutes. I see that we have a question
Yeah.
here, so I'll answer that now, and then perhaps we can go through like our final considerations.
Sure.
Dennis, I think how many grams of creatine is necessary per day? That's what I meant. That's what I said. I think there's a few different thresholds depending on the benefits that you want to cover. Let's say the normal dosage, even I think in my creatine pack, it says the normal or the suggested dosage is around 3, maybe 5 grams per day. 3 to 5 grams per day is usually what you need to saturate your muscles. But I take a bit more, up to 10 grams a day, because that's apparently how, after the muscle, well, you have much more muscle than brain mass, right? So basically your muscles, they absorb a lot more of the creatine first. So I put the dosage up to 10 grams because then there's more like leftover that my brain can use, basically. So it depends on what you're taking it for. 3 to 5 grams is the normal recommended amount. I take a little bit more. I hope that helps.
That's easy.
Yeah, and cool. That was really, really cool. Maria, I would love to take these last few moments to allow you to talk a bit more about your project and everything that's coming up. But before that, I would just like, I promised a gift for everyone who joined. And my idea is, like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm also a longevity coach, and we talked about how sometimes like all you need is a partner in your process, someone who can help with I like to say what's, how's, and whys, what to do, how to do it in a way that you enjoy, that fits your schedule, and why it's important to do it. For me, if you don't really know why you're doing something, the likelihood for you to continue doing it decreases. I will leave a link here in the comments that you can. Let me see if I can do. That's what I was trying to do. in the beginning.
Try it.
Uh, I'll leave the link there in a second, so that you can go to this page where you can learn more about this coaching process, and perhaps you can book a call with me, a free call, and we can talk about your goals and have a quick free assessment to see how you can add that to your life. I will. Apparently it didn't work. I'll try to get the link. It might seem like my screen's loading here. Maria, if you feel free to take over
I
and
will
talk about the
entertain.
project. Yes.
Should we do a dance? What do I do? Yeah, if you have any questions about motivation, I have a lot to say about that. Yeah, I'm sure the link is coming in a second.
The link is there.
Oh,
Feel free
look at
to,
that.
yeah, feel free to do it, Maria.
Does
Feel
it
free to
work?
talk.
Can you? I don't think you can click it. Or can you? No, I don't think we can click it. But we can. People can screenshot it, and then you can copy the link from
Yeah,
the screenshot.
that's it. Yeah, that's a good one. I tried to add the link and I saw the link yesterday in the preview, but well, I guess I think the first live ever went pretty well, but one thing didn't have to perhaps didn't work perfectly, but that's fine. I hope everyone can maybe click copy. But tell
They
me
can
about
see
you. I
everything.
know, what exciting stuff do you have coming up, or how can people find you?
For now, mostly focusing on. Thank you for having me again. It's really fun to talk about it. I know I talk about this topic. I am just kind of course, yeah, just doing it on the side, kind of taking care of my health and working out and moving and trying to motivate others around me also to do the same. So it was really fun to talk about this. Thank you. And what's next? I'm just continuing to document my life as a solopreneur, someone creating content and working for myself, so people can follow along and see what I'm up to. If you're a solopreneur yourself, you can also join my community, which is Launch Anyway. I do host workshops and meetups in Berlin, but also around, like online or around the world. So do join. But basically, I don't
Yeah,
have anything big to sell. It's just, this community and my content. So you can just follow along if you like. Yeah.
sounds amazing. Thank you so much for joining. I had a great time. I hope everyone enjoyed as well. And I think I'll be doing more of these. You're more than welcome to join more if you want. I had fun doing it.
Yeah.
We'll keep in touch. Thank you, everyone.
It's really fun. Thank you. Woo.
Uh,
Okay, how does this work?
yeah, now I just. Okay, ending.
Okay, bye.